Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy the Fice back at it with another video. But before we get this started, if it's your first time here, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. I love hearing from you guys. Also, if you wanted to support the channel because we don't have YouTube monetization, definitely be sure to check out that YouTube description below. There is an Etsy link, which we do have some merchandise. We have some really cool gear that you guys can get also by supporting the channel. If you wanted to support just by donating, also check out the Patreon link, all that good stuff. All this stuff is going to be down there below. But let's get into this content, guys, because I know this is what you guys are here for. So what I want to talk about, obviously, in this video is Infernal Baroness. This is going to be another champion guide because we have been creating a few guides. In the past couple of weeks, I did do a Bellinor guide because someone asked for that. I did a Madame Ceres because she is amazing and she works really well for me. So I wanted to share the information I had with her. And this time, because we actually downed Spider 19 and 20 on the same day, and we had Infernal Baroness on the team, I figured, hey, let me do a guide on it. There's going to be a few compositions, or not compositions necessarily, but I would say like gear sets that I'm going to do in this video. So I am going to sacrifice 600,000 gold to essentially kind of do that in a sense, because I'm going to be replacing it from my first set you're going to see over here, which I'm going to shift my camera so you guys can see what's going on. Essentially right now what I'm rocking is the latest thing that I had set wise, and it's a 4-piece lifesteal with a 2-piece speed set. The other set that I do have is a counter attack set, which I'm going to try to set up for you guys so you guys can see what's going on. So we're going to be using a little bit of silver here so you guys can see how this composition works in both sets. I really did like it, and I'm going to explain my reasoning behind both sets, and then we're going to go from there. But first, let's talk about, I guess because the sets are going to be very radical, let's first talk about her skills. I usually talk about artifacts, skills, then masteries. But I feel like because I'm going to do 2 different sets with her to kind of have some fun so you guys can see what's going on, let's talk about the skills first. I think it'll be really cool. So let's go straight into her skills real quick. Her first skill is the A1, which is Life Siphon. The main thing about this that you have to realize is that it's going to be defense based. So if she's a defensive character, you stack a crazy amount of defense on her, she's going to be pumping out damage, but she's also going to be tanky, so it's a really good thing. But basically when she does an attack, she heals for 5% of the damage inflicted to the lowest ally. So essentially in this case, because we're using her for Spider 20, you can use her for a bunch of other things, guys, but her purpose for me is Spider 19 and 20, and she was really holding it down for me. So in this case, she's going to essentially be healing herself for about, when I was using the counter attack, and we're going to see that later, it was like 10k or something like that, a tick. So it's pretty good to have this A1, and that's like one of the reasons why I do like counter attack, because she's going to be doing this, which is incredible. So there's that one where her A1 right off the bat heals the person with the lowest HP. It's really good. It kind of balances things out. When there's a lot of spiderlings, she heals a lot. Then there's Clinging Dark. Attacks all enemies, and then she puts a 50% decrease attack. There's a 50% chance to do it, but then if you put the books in her, it goes up to 75 and it reduces the cooldown by 1. So this is absolutely amazing. I really do love this. The next one is Disappear. This one isn't too great because since she's the tank, I really do feel like she's losing a turn here, but with our composition that you're going to see that we actually do have Miscreated Monster with, he's going to be eating some of the damage, and because he eats some of the damage, we're going to put him as lead for the HP 30 extra health. So it kind of protects him in a sense whenever he's eating the damage from Infernal Baroness, which is really cool. There's like other characters you can kind of team up with her just to kind of give you guys an idea or a heads up, like because she's a defensive character, if you give her someone, if you team her up with someone that gives like a defensive buff, that also means that not only is she going to be more tankier, she's also going to be dishing out more damage. And, you know, if you put a defensive lead on her, that also helps as well. But Miscreated Monster is really good for Spider 20 as well, so I kind of have them paired up and it works really well. Sorry. The other thing I definitely did want to mention is that, you know, obviously my Miscreated Monster and my Madame Ceres, if you watched all our other videos, they're in arena in PvP specs, so it's kind of like the Masteries are built in that sense. So we do kind of take a hit on regarding damage output for Spider, but basically Miscreated Monster's purpose is for the ally protect and the shield, and that's more than enough for us. But going back to Baroness, these are basically, this is her kit. Her kit's not bad. It's just disappear is one of those things. If I would recommend one thing, guys, if you're booking her, book her slowly. So the idea would be you would book her to the point that hopefully if you do have good luck, you'll book into A1 and A2, and then you won't touch A3, and it'll remain a long cooldown, so she doesn't do veil too much. That's probably something I would probably recommend if there was something that I would do differently. But I mean, you can do some cool stuff in arena as well with this veil, but I don't use her for arena just because like I have her specialized specifically for just dealing with Spider for the time being. So the next thing we're going to kind of talk about are the Masteries. And it's a basic kit in the sense of like you can go down this tier. The only thing I would probably recommend potentially if you did want to do a change to mess around with is like instead of doing Methodical, which increases the damage up to 10% for each A1, and it's basically if you do that 5 times, it's going to increase the damage by 10% for her A1, her default skill. Now, if you wanted to do something else, you could potentially, if she does really good damage, go into Blood Shield, where if she does kill a Spiderling, basically she'll get 15% of her max HP, which isn't bad, but I still do feel that Methodical is the way to go, especially when you're doing like counter attack, because you're just going to be doing more damage, and then the A1's going to heal for more. So it's not a bad idea to go for that. And we go for Life Drinker as well, because she's going to be tanking that. Basically she'll be healing herself for a little more by the damage output or whatever. So this is kind of the basic set that you're going to want to go. You're going to want to go offense and support. And that would pretty much be it. So let's talk about the artifacts real quick. There are a few things that I definitely do want to mention. There was someone in the comments below that did actually felt that it would be more useful to them. And I kind of agree, so I kind of want to do this really quick. If they look at the total, if I click on total stats and you guys see what's going on, I'm going to shift a little bit to the left now at the top, so you guys can see what's going on here. If we go to total stats, you can kind of get an idea of where my Great Hall lies. We are still not on full accuracy at this point. So we do get 100 accuracy right off from the artifacts, and then we get the 40 here in this lifesteal gear. The ideal accuracy you would want to go for is around like 200 or something like that, just where, because her attack down would really help her on being tanky, and it would be really awesome. So obviously the higher we go into the Great Hall, the much easier this is going to be for us for accuracy, but that's okay. We did also do, and like I said, there's other differences of why we have things for the Great Hall, and I don't want to get into this discussion, but if you watched my other videos, you would know why, or the live streams. So yeah, so that's essentially it. So if we had 40 more accuracy here, and then maybe added like 20 more, this would be a perfect like landing right on 200. I think 200 I would feel really comfortable when it comes to like accuracy and stuff like that. In regards to everything else, her defense is pretty incredible. I didn't go too crazy with her her speed in this case. I just kind of went really defense heavy and health. And then after that, I kind of went basic on crit, and the reason is because we have a Bellinor, so we're going to kind of go into the gear sets in this case, but I wanted you guys to see where the stats were when it looked at Great Hall and all the other things. So now let's get into it, guys. So for the main weapon here, we went for resistance, which is 28, which is really good. When you're dealing with a tank, you want to have some resistance. It would be really nice to not get some of those poison buffs when it comes to like tanking, so that's a really good thing. We did get some speed, which is never a bad thing. We did get crit damage. This flat HP does kind of suck, but it is what it is. I mean, obviously, if it was another percentage, if it was HP percentage, it would have been good, but still overall not a bad item. I wouldn't say so myself. The main stats, like I said, I would want to focus on are going to be HP, defense. In my case, because I had Bellinor for the crit rate, I kind of chilled out with it. You're obviously going to want to have decent crit rate to do some really good damage output. And instead I went for crit damage for gloves, and that's why it's so high. But it's basically HP, defense, accuracy, resist, And then you kind of basically go with all these other things to kind of fill up the gaps, because she's going to be our tank in this case, because she is the affinity of force and Spider 20 is spirit. And because she gets countered, they go on her hardcore. So that's really the idea of why she's going to be so vital in Spider 20. So now if we continue a little forward, we had that. Let's go to the helm real quick. I did get some crit rate here, which is awesome. That's really good because of what we were trying to go for in regards to gloves for crit damage. We got more resistance. We got HP, which is really good. It sucks that we did have a flat attack percentage. Like I said, we should have, if we would have had like defense percentage, this would have been incredible, because obviously attack doesn't mean anything to a defensive character. It doesn't mean anything. So yeah, it's kind of like this is a trash stat, but everything else makes it really nice. So if we go now into our shield had crit damage, awesome. HP 15%, really good. We got speed and crit rate. This is an overall really good shield for what we're trying to go for in regards to damage output, so it's really good that we had that. Then if we go into here for the gloves, we did get speed. We got 2 rolls of that, 12. That's awesome. Crappy attack roll, which it is what it is. We did get resistance, which is awesome, and we did get defense 5%, and we're glyphing these things, as you can honestly see, because of those green colors, because we put some extra stuff to kind of help her out a little bit with her sets. So now if we go to because the thing is, I get a lot of these 1-star glyphs that I know down the road I am not going to be using them, and they're stacking. I'm like, you know what, I should probably start using these on these characters that I'm using a lot, instead of like holding on to them with dear life, because we're gonna eventually get 3-star glyphs and 4-star glyphs. It's like those 1-stars are just gonna be like, I'm gonna totally ignore them after a while. So continuing forward, let's look at the chest. We have defense 50%. Like I said, defense is her main stat, so that's what we're trying to go for, and usually that's what you go for when you're trying to deal with the chest. You go for whatever primary stat you're trying to really kill it in. In her case, she's a defensive based character. You want to go hardcore on defense. So we went defense 50%. We went crit damage 14%. Absolutely awesome. Crappy attack roll again. HP was a crappy attack roll. It is what it is at this point, but we did get resistance. We did glyph it to kind of like compensate for the ridiculousness, but that's the 2 good things, or the 3 good things in this case, is the main stat defense, the crit damage, and the resistance. I did definitely liked that. So then we went to the boots, and the boots, we did not go for a flat speed. In this case, we wanted to make her tankier so she could deal with more damage. So we went with defense 50%. Now, you can go HP and it wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too bad if you did that, because then that means it's a bigger health pool that she has to fill up when she does lifesteal in this case. So in a lifesteal set, I don't think it's a bad idea, but I would probably, when it comes to the counterattack set that we're talking about, I would probably kind of go defense still. So that's really the gist of it. So now we have these filled up, which is absolutely awesome, guys. And then basically when you go with speed boots and you get a speed as a secondary stat, that is also absolutely amazing. So we got 10 speed there, which is cool. We got crit damage 11%. Defense as a flat is kind of crappy because she does have decent defense for a percentage. And then we have crit rate, which is cool. So 3 of the stats there were really good. And then we got the defensive main stat. So that's kind of how I built her. Now, if we go into the ring, we went with HP. Then we got an amazing defensive roll here. Absolutely amazing here. But we did get 2 crappy attack rolls. I may give this to another character down the future. I might just do that to someone that's more attack, but then they have decent defense. That's a demon spawn. But for now, I'm just going to leave it on her because the HP is good and the defense is not too shabby. But basically it was like, okay, flat defense, cool. Defense percentage, cool. HP, cool. Attack percentage, attack, those kind of suck. But if I were trying to go for something else in those regards, let's take a look, guys, because I kind of forget it when it comes to the rings. If we go to the rings, you can get HP percentage, which is really good. Yeah, I would probably say HP percentage would be a nice differential in that case. Yeah. So if I would say to get something else here, I would say HP percentage. That would be the best thing that we could potentially get for her because there's nothing else. We got just about everything in that case when it came to the ring. Because as the main stat, we got HP. So then that means this is out of the, like, you're not allowed to roll for this. So then it's only these four. And we got defense, legit. And then we got attack. But I would have preferred defense, HP. And then the other stats, just whatever at that point. Even if it's attack percentage, that's pretty cool though, because then you can traverse it to other characters. So this ring isn't too shabby, to be honest. So we got that. Then if we go into the necklace, 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna go for crit damage. There's only some characters in this game where crit damage isn't gonna matter because sometimes they say, hey, their hit is not weak, strong, or critical. There's a certain character in Skinwalkers that is like that. I know we're doing an Infernal Baroness guide, but I kind of wanted to also shed some insight on this. I think this will be super useful to you guys. So if we go to like Index and we go to Skinwalkers, I think it's this dude actually. I have him booked. Gnarlhorn. HP character. His damage is based on a decrease on his health. But it says attacks one enemy. Damage increases according to how much HP this champion lost. This attack cannot be strong, critical, or weak. So this person does not benefit from any crit stats at all. So you wouldn't build them like that. So that's an example where with a neck piece, you're not going to go crit damage. You're just going to go damage output because that's what that's telling me on this stat. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong or correct on this, but I'm pretty confident based on what this is telling me. It's just going to be a flat heavy damage on how much output he does based on how much HP is lost. And apparently his damage is also based on attack. I really did. If this is true, I really wish this was based off HP instead. Like, just HP, just do that. Make this person go HP heavy. But if you look at their other moves, and this isn't a review for them, they don't have any other attacks. They're really unkillable and provoke. So that's a character where you wouldn't go for a crit neck, but 9 out of 10 times you will go for a crit damage neck piece. So let's go back to Infernal Baroness. I just kind of wanted to give that little tidbit. If you guys were kind of a little curious on it, I wanted to share that insight. So we went with crit damage. We have accuracy. Accuracy is always an absolutely amazing roll for neck piece if you have someone that's debuffing, hands down. That's the two stats you're going to want to go for neck are going to be accuracy and resistance. Like if you get those two, then this neck piece becomes godlike. If someone doesn't have a debuff or anything, accuracy is pointless, so then you're not really going to care about it. But that's just kind of like some insight I definitely did want to share. The other stats, that's a good question that I'm trying to think of. What are the other stats that you can get from the neck? Crit damage, resist, accuracy. Yeah, so then it becomes basically you either get HP, attack, defense, or whatever. So like if it wasn't a debuffer, you wouldn't go for accuracy. You'd probably go for, this will be the main thing if they're doing crazy damage output, resist, defense, and an attack. Something like that. And if it was someone that was kind of support, it would basically, and they don't do damage at all, and maybe they don't have, any debuffs, you'll probably go, like HP, resist, defense, so it all depends on what type of character. But in our book, this is a really nice, HP would have been good here. HP, the only thing I would complain about this item here, specifically for Baroness, is that if this was HP, this would have been legit right here. But yo, you take what you can get. You know what I'm talking about, guys? You know what I'm talking about? So, going forward, so we talked about that. Let's talk about the banner. So the banner is accuracy. You're going to go accuracy because you want to get that attack down 50% on that A2, which is legit. Currently, our accuracy is pretty low with our lifesteal set, which kind of sucks. I really want it to be up there, but if we did have the haul really up there, we probably would be good because it would be 40 more, and then we could probably find something else to give accuracy. You could eventually swap an item of some sort, or maybe even go to 6 stars, and then that would kind of suffice. But going into the accuracy banner just to discuss amazing defensive roll, guys. Amazing defensive roll, 14% right there. Getting some more defense as a flat isn't bad. The attack kind of sucks. I mean, that's fine. What else can we get there? Like if I were trying to maybe min-max some things for banner for her, we did get defense. We did get speed, would have been nice. Speed would have been nice. HP would have been nice for her. That would have been those kind of stats that I would have liked to have on her instead of attack. Attack is just no bueno, and it took up two slots. So we could have had speed, and I think it was HP that I mentioned, guys, if I was correct. Yeah, those would have been the two stats that would have been like legit. But still an overall good banner, not bad. I definitely, I'm just basically when I'm going to find things, I'm like, I need something that gives me accuracy. Defense, the defense roll, 2 slots, 14%. I'm like, give it to us. That's it. Like that already kind of solidified the deal on this item set. So that was it for the pieces here. I guess I'll do a quick run through of what it looks like with her in lifesteal gear. And then we'll kind of do a segue on showing it how it is with counterattack gear, and we'll go from there, guys. All right, so let me take a quick break while we get this set up. All right, guys, so we're gonna get this started. We're gonna go to Spider 20, and like I was kind of emphasizing before, we essentially do have an affinity of spirit here. So because of that, Baroness is going to be the first one attacked. If you watched my Bellinor video, you can see where I did an audible where we did Bellinor as the lead for the extra crit, and it worked out really well. Baroness actually had a different set. She was like strong defense. I had like 4 pieces of defense and like 1 piece of speed. That is another set that I rocked that was really good. So if you wanted to check out that Bellinor run to see how Baroness handled, it was actually pretty well. So it's like there were technically 3 sets we rocked with Baroness. It was like 4 pieces of defense, 1 piece speed, then it's this lifesteal one with 1 piece of speed, and then the next one's going to be counterattack. So let's see how this works. The only reason I put Miscreated Monster here is to give a bigger HP pool, so when we do lifesteal, we'll heal for a lot. But let's get right into it, guys. And also, he does more damage and gives a bigger shield. Alright, guys, here we go. So like I said before, Baroness is the countered affinity, so they really aren't gonna like her at all. And because of that, I did, if you guys noticed, I did actually increase the volume of the game. I'm gonna lower it just a little bit so it's not too drowning or whatever, but let me put it right there. Yes. So you see right there, we should have had that attack down, but because our accuracy isn't great with our lifesteal set, it kind of basically made it really crappy. So, but the thing is, you usually are able to get enough, and that heal will eventually start getting better once the shield starts to dissipate or whatever. So now we just got another shield, and this is essentially where Baroness is gonna be healing herself with lifesteal, which is really awesome. Now, the cool thing here is, like I said, guys, like Miscreated Monster is a really strong character as well when it comes to Spider. Insanely powerful. But if you were going to try to put another character that could probably help, like, you know, a Jarrig wouldn't be bad. He does defense up 60%, so that would really help with a buff. We have currently no defense up characters for buffing on this team. He does also do ally protect, so he does eat some damage. The only concern that would be with Jarrig that we would have to consider on maybe doing lifesteal or something for him to sustain is because he's going to start taking those hits as well. And the Spiderlings aren't completely stupid. If someone on the team starts going low HP, they will start going for that person. And that's why I do like Veil, specifically with Baroness here, even though I would prefer something else with her. If Miscreated Monster does drop below health, the Veil will be on him, and she'll basically be safe or whatever. So we're going at it again where she's taking some damage. Miscreated Monster protects her again with the shield, and then we kind of have the lifesteal just in case to kind of hold us over. So ally protect, massive defense, a good shield, really just puts Infernal Baroness in really good standings in regards to tanking this, which is really nice. Obviously, because you saw our Bellinor guide, man, that weekend with the defense down is really amazing in this case. You see here, this is where, like, in this case, it was really nice because she didn't really need any health because of the shield. But if there's a time where she is low health and then she does that and she doesn't heal herself, that's when it can suck. So this is going to be a little scary. There we go. But then we get topped off because of lifesteal. So that's why I said, like, on the speed boots that we had, if we went for 50% HP just to get a bigger health pool, that doesn't hurt either. You know, it definitely doesn't hurt. We're about to wrap this up. And then this is basically how Baroness can be with lifesteal, which isn't too shabby. Like, I think Jarrig might be a really good fit for her in this regard. We don't have any characters in regards of support. So, like, basically that's what our miscreated monster essentially really kind of is. You know what I mean? And we have, please, guys. So, I know this is a Baroness video, but we do not have an accuracy banner for Lizardman at all. And if you've been watching, like, my Jarang videos and stuff like that, that dude's still in freaking Eagle Eye because he does not have enough accuracy for Clan Boss. So if we get accuracy banner, yo, this would be so awesome. Watch it not be. Attack. We're still stuck on the no accuracy lizard. Like we're boycotted for some reason. Something's weird. So this is Infernal Baroness with lifesteal gear. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to start setting up her counterattack gear. I want you guys to really see this, and then we'll go through the breakdown of that. Like, we'll go a little quicker on this one, but you're going to kind of see the idea of what it's like with counterattack. Now, with counterattack, I'm not going to lie, it can be fairly wishy-washy up to a point. Because it's just like there's times where the 30% it boom, 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 she keeps just doing it, and then there's other times where like she's just flatlined, like she doesn't even counterattack at any of the 10 hits, which is kind of crazy. But when she does, like, the spider's health can drop to like 50%. It's crazy. It's really crazy. So give me a second, guys, while we set this up. All right, guys, so I'm slowly starting to shift the gears. I had to change the helm for the lifesteal thing. I had a speed helm for her, which has some accuracy. I'm gonna swap to this now. Look at all this money going down the drain, baby. This is for you guys. If you guys really support the fact that I'm doing this right now, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. Show that love and support, yo, because this is grind time. This is money right here, baby. So we're gonna do this. This time we're actually doing crit rate, guys. We're actually doing crit rate here. And then we are going to do defense percent here because it has accuracy, because we're getting the best pieces we can. There we go. So we are at 175 accuracy. We're at 175 accuracy. This is the part that's I'm in contention with. I could either go for the 20 accuracy right now to go to 205. No, it would still be 195. Still be 195, but we spec'd also to go a little higher. Just making sure, guys. 1 second. No, we didn't. I mean, this really helps. This really helps. If we did have actually it was a different set we had. I think it was 1 defense, 1 accuracy, 1 speed for that other earlier run we did, but still it worked out really well. But it looks like here in this case I'll be at 195. So either I need to decide to lose that defense. Actually, I'm not going to lose any defense from what I'm seeing here. I'm not losing any defense. Let's see. Let's equip. All right. So now we have our counter attack set, guys. So let's now cut to the part where we do this gear set, which basically we know that she's going to be attacked all the time. Let's see how often the counterattack procs for us. Whoops, I went to dragon. My bad, guys. So this is a really good way of trying to get people to do damage to you. It's a really nice thing. We know the meta of what the spider wants to do, so it's really good to kind of basically force it and see what happens. Go, stage 20. I could probably shift my camera back over here now. All right. So far, no counterattack procs. No, wow, no attack down. We're not over that 200 hilt. That's kind of crazy. It would have been really nice in this case. But like I said, if we had the Great Hall, if we had that fully set, we would be really good. We got another shield, which is really nice. Okay. Nice decreased meter by Sylar. Sylar might be another character I might want to do a video for soon. We'll see. She is really tanking these right now, which is really awesome. There goes the counterattack. We did get a counterattack in there, which is pretty awesome. There's another counterattack. Look at that. So like you see how counterattack's really cool when it comes to like the spider's health, how it drops. It's actually not, it's not bad. It's actually not bad. I can't complain about it. All right, this is where it gets a little scary. There we go. Because we don't have lifesteal. Remember, it's basically going to be really low healing based on her A1 and the damage output she provides. So it's kind of like a drain. There we go. There we go. We got a shield there. There's another counterattack. So Baroness is feeling good today. She got her vitamin C. There's another counterattack. A Heartseeker might be able to end this. Okay. There's another counterattack. Okay. This I think this match is really good. Baroness could potentially die here, but at the very least, the damage output is really good in the sense where there's a Heartseeker. So yeah, this match is pretty much done. Yeah, she puts the cloak on. This is the part that I don't like. Now, if we get a shield, it would be nice, and that kind of basically puts us in a good position on ending there. But her damage output is really nice when you kind of look at it right now based on that counterattack, guys. It's absolutely incredible. Like, she does really good help, not only for tanking, but also pumping out that damage. I hope you guys enjoyed the two different type of guides. I personally feel like, I don't know, I do love counterattack, but it's like I kind of said, the counterattack, there's times where she feels great and she like pumps it out, and then there's other times that she doesn't, and it's like, oh my god, she's so low right now. So it's kind of like, I do like the safeness in that sense, so the lifesteal isn't bad for the time being. If I go higher on the Great Hall, then I could actually start worrying about other stats, but counterattack just makes it so much faster when it comes to grinding. If you see like the best time 234, like that's like one of those crazy counterattacks where she just did it all the time and she just kept dropping the spider's health, which is really good. It's a pretty decent success rate with counterattack, but like I said, my Great Hall just isn't up there. enough to get the full benefits of it. I know a lot of people a lot of other people could probably enjoy it just way more because they don't have to put or sacrifice one of the substats in the weapons, because the idea would be you would probably just want banner, and then maybe you want to put it in like the neck piece and then wipe your hands clean, because that should be enough, but you never know in that case. But maybe like one more stat somewhere else. But I had to sacrifice a few substats to get that accuracy up there, but even so, the accuracy still wasn't as much as it could be. But if, say, the accuracy was on point to the point where a lot of the spiderlings did get attacked down, then it wouldn't be as stressful. So the next thing we do definitely need to work on is our force accuracy to kind of get that up there. But we did have like a lot of other things that we were working on, like our bellower farmer being really, really quick and so on. But like this, it's a pretty good run. It's a pretty good run. It hasn't failed on me too much. I would say it has failed on me maybe 10%, maybe less out of the time. So it would be like 9 out of the 10 runs I get a really good run with Baroness, even if she doesn't kill it with counterattack, even if she doesn't counterattack. But it's just one of those things I always monitor just in case or whatever, just to see what's up. But I think once I get her accuracy, get the Great Hall accuracy up a little more, I could start free floating on trying to get more defensive stats, and then she's going to be more godlike, and that's really the gist of what we need at that point, just the Great Hall. But it is a viable piece that you can go for, and she wrecks face. Like, she cleans the spiders to the point that you don't have to stress about them, and their turn meter starts diminishing on all the other ones that are still living before they go. So counterattack is really awesome. It's really fun. I'm trying to think of another character I want to put that counterattack set on, because I'm going to probably keep the lifesteal on her and then give the counterattacks to someone else that's really cool. Like, you know, like I might do another video and it might be Tormin that I might do it with, and because he has provoke. And his attack, if you guys, you know, just to give you an idea of what I assess when it comes to doing a good counterattack person, is if their A1 is AoE and debuffs or gives a benefit, counterattack is legit. So Tormin, he has provoke. So he can provoke, and then you put a counterattack set on him, and he A1 potentially freezes everyone. That's freaking sick. So I will be doing a video on this, and I know probably people have not done this video, so so mark this timestamp of this video being put. I'm gonna do a video of Tormin doing spider, because people are like, oh, Tormin's only arena, and I'm like, I bet we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens here if basically he can only do arena. So we'll go from there, and then I'll let you guys know on the next video what I'm gonna do. Yo, guys, thank you guys so much for checking out this content. If you guys want to see another champion, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys appreciate the fact that I went through different sets with Infernal Baroness? A lot of people don't really do that. I felt like I wanted to do something a little different, let you guys see some cool things in the process as well. So yeah, I just wanted to spend that extra time with this character so you guys can see, like, oh, what can you do with her? Why is she good in Spider 20? It's because she gets countered and she's a tank. She, like, you already know they're going to go for her. So you can build her in that tailored position. So it's a really awesome thing. So, yo, guys, thank you guys so much for showing that love and support. Join us on Discord. It's the best community ever. I love talking to all you guys. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. We go live there all the time. We go live on YouTube and Twitch. I stream on both platforms simultaneously so we could all talk. Let me know what you guys think. I love you guys so much for letting me continue to do this. And let me know who you guys would want to see next. And the one that gets the most likes, I might most likely do. All right. Thank you guys so much, and peace. See you guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, if this is your first time here and you're watching from YouTube, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you ever come to Twitch, definitely be sure to hit that follow button. Come join us on Discord. The link is below in the YouTube description. Also, last but not least, I want to say major shout outs to the sponsors. If you guys also wanted to financially support the stream, definitely be sure to check out that YouTube description below. There is a Patreon link. And if you can't support financially, don't worry, guys. There's other ways you can actually show support. That's getting the word out, sharing the content, letting friends and loved ones know
about this this channel. Tell them to come and hang out. Come join us on Discord. You will not regret it. It's the best community / family ever. It says it right there on the freaking board. Yo, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys next time. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next, what you think about the video, and so on. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.